an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. And in fact, there's a wonderful book called All the Single Ladies that is about this very phenomenon. And women are increasingly choosing to opt out of long-term mating if they're not able to find the relationship that they want.
This has been on my mind for the last several days, so I'm just going to say it. You ain't going to like it, and there will be no apology forthcoming. The reason that we want to be single as women, especially as older women, I'm 61, is because if you can't be a better man than we are in handling responsibilities, we don't need you. Y'all have forced us to have to be the women and the men in our relationships and in our lives. And then you want to step in and got the audacity to tell us you too demanding. You uncompromising. You too independent. That's what you forced us to be. And now that we're very, very good at it, we don't need you coming along messing up our ride. We are at a state of peace that we have fought hard for, and we are serious about protecting, and we don't need your chaos, your foolishness, your cluelessness, or your selfishness. So guess what? You expecting us to be the knight in shining armor, and you the damsel in distress. We ain't coming for you because we had to rescue ourselves because of you. Now, if you got a problem with that, it's just your problem, and go kick rocks. Ladies, comment.
I'm going to say this in the most humblest way. Single is the safest place to be. You don't got to worry about losing sleep when you single. You ain't got to worry about nobody playing in your face when you single. You don't got to worry about your anxiety being through the roof when you single. You don't got to worry about your nervous system being triggered when you single. You got more fucking money when you're single. Dating has become such a weird experience to the point I don't want to date anymore. The gooder you look, the more weirdos you attract. I don't understand, and I'm no longer trying to. It's like motherfuckers want you to pay for what people did to them, and I'm not going for that shit. So before I choose to settle for just anything or anybody, I'll be single for as long as I need to be. If that's gonna help me sleep at night, if that's gonna keep me loving and fluorescing and making sure my life is what it needs to be, that's just what it's going to be. I refuse to settle, and nobody's going to manipulate me into thinking I'm too much just because I'm something they can't handle, period.
A woman who's single can live richer and happier and more peaceful with more bills paid than married to some dusty. And that's where we're at. There are so many women who would rather be single. That doesn't mean they're lonely. That doesn't mean they're not being provided for. Because that's the part that y'all dusties don't understand. When a woman is single because she don't want your dusty butt living up under her roof or trying to split bills with you, when she can go out every night of the week, eat for free by going on dates, when she can go travel with some random, when she can literally get somebody else to pay her bills that's probably older than her and don't even have to live with them or do their nasty, dirty laundry or sit up there and argue with somebody who don't make no money. So when y'all fix y'all little dusty, chapped, crusty lips up to say, that's why you're single. Sir, that's why you dusty, and that's why people want to be single, because they do not want to claim your dustiness.
You men do realize that women are choosing to stay single. They're choosing to be single than actually being single. I have a lot of men on my TikTok comment, and they're like, oh, where's your ring? Oh, where's your boyfriend? Oh, where's your husband? Y'all, I choose not to have one. It's not because men don't try to talk to me. It's not because men aren't in my DMs. It's not because men don't want to take me out. It's not because men don't want to marry me. I'm choosing. I'm choosing to be single, and I'm choosing not to have a man because it's embarrassing. Literally having a man right now is quite literally possibly the most embarrassing thing you could do right now. Like, it's kind of like an extracurricular activity or like a hobby you don't really want. It's like, why? Why? And I think it's so funny how men are so quick to hop on this app like, well, you're not married. Why would I want to get married to someone who's going to cheat on me? Every single person that I know that is married, about to get married, or in a relationship is either getting cheated on or literally miserable, and misery loves company and they just stay together. Does not sound fun. Literally, you're not selling me on the product. at all. I choose to stay single because my expectations are not going nowhere, okay? My expectations are honestly still in the fucking gutter, to be honest. But I have self-worth and self-respect, so therefore I'm going to stay single, because why would I just get a boyfriend because everyone's telling me to get a boyfriend and then have them treat me like shit and cheat on me? I'd rather just be single and do my own thing. But I just think it's hilarious how men like come on here and they're like, oh, well, you don't have a man. Yeah, I don't want one. I don't want you. I don't want one. Having a man is like having a child. I don't want to take care of anything. I don't want to take care of you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to listen to you just run your mouth about how you're going to do all these things for me and then don't. I'm single because I want to be. Not because men don't try to hit on me. And I want to make that very, very clear.
20 reasons why being single is actually the upgrade. You no longer mistake good morning texts for emotional availability. No one is breathing like a wounded animal next to you while you're trying to fall asleep. Your weekends are spontaneous again and not a waiting room for someone else's plans. You can delete the phrase, "What are we?" from your vocabulary and your notes app. You no longer negotiate basic decency like it's a favor. No one is calling you too much whilst offering you almost nothing. Your phone battery lasts longer because you're not rereading mixed signals. You can buy flowers without turning it into a teachable moment about effort. You can romanticize your morning routine without background grunting. You can cry, nap, and rebound all in the same afternoon without judgment or an audience. You can spend as much money as you want on skincare and makeup without being judged. Your bathroom looks like a skincare boutique instead of a lost and found for beard trimmers. You can flirt freely knowing you'll forget his name by Tuesday. You can romanticize grocery shopping without someone texting, "Grab protein bars." You've retired from couples therapy with people you're not even dating. You finally understand that loneliness is not a threat, it's an intermission. The peace you feel when your phone lights up and it's not a problem to solve. You don't have to manage another person's mood like it's a side job. You wake up rested instead of analyzing text messages from the night before. You now understand what the phrase "quiet house, clear mind" actually means. You no longer have to explain basic empathy to a grown adult like it's an elective course. The plot twist: solitude turned out to be the softest luxury you've ever afforded.
When I tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again, I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day, or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man, because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like, number one, I don't care. And number two, if you tell me it was bad, I'm going to assume you deserved it. Like, that's where my head's at. And I know people think I'm projecting when I talk about how happy I am to be single and free, but as long as there are women and girls who are forced into marriages or who feel like they can't leave for financial reasons or their own safety, I feel like being single as a woman is the ultimate privilege. I just don't know what a man could provide me at this point. Like, companionship, like I have my dog and my friends. Intimacy, like are they even good at that? If you've never been in a long-term relationship before, you might not realize how fast that shit fades. Who's gonna take care of you when you're older? I am so focused on eating healthy, rarely drinking, lifting weights that hopefully I can take care of myself for as long as possible. But beyond that, I invest in my friendships where we look out for each other. And how many men do you know who are excellent caregivers, especially to older women? I actually have so few problems now that I don't date. Like, I'm way less anxious. I spend less on therapy. My pH is balanced. The thing is, being with a man will always include some sort of compromise. And if that's what you want, power to you. For me, I never want to compromise again. And I don't have to when I'm on my own.
I realized that if you want to be extremely successful as a woman, the best thing to do is to be single. Because as women, we naturally nurturers, we naturally want to give our energy, we naturally want to just give all our creativity and spark and all that to the man that we're with, the person that we're with. But imagine if you don't have somebody there and you're just pouring that all onto yourself and your craft. You're unstoppable. Feminine energy is unstoppable. And that's what a lot of people don't want you to understand. They want you to go rush and get married and have kids and have babies. Like, tap into your power, okay? Tap into that. And like me right now, like, I can't even think about being in a relationship. Like, I don't care what your favorite color is. I don't care if you ate today. And I feel as though that if someone was in my life right now, they think I'm a nut job because of how dialed how dialed I am. Like, and that'll lead to resentment and stuff like that. So it's like, if you are just in a season of life where you just want to become so freaking successful and push the limit, just be single, stay single. And I'm not saying you can't be successful in a relationship. I'm just saying that you'd probably be more successful if you weren't.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know who really need to hear this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If you really, ladies, if you really trying to be successful in your business, or you got a new endeavor that you trying to pursue, the best thing you can do is stay single. I promise you, as a living witness, 100% of the women that I know personally. Now, if I don't know you, if I don't have your number in my phone, I can't pull up on you, we don't talk, I'm not talking to you. But 100% of the married women that I know are miserable. Okay? For whatever reason they choose to stay or whatever, I know for a fact the women that I know, miserable. I just had somebody, a married woman, in my car, and all they doing is she arguing with her husband. Get off the phone with him. She complaining about him. Statistics. Because it's always a man that get on here, that's why you single. When a man tell you that's why you single, take it as a compliment. Okay? Straight up. Because statistics, I don't really like to quote statistics because all of that stuff don't matter to me. I know my reality. But statistics show that the happiest people are married men and single women. The majority of the burden of your marriage is going to fall on the wife. I don't want to hear shit, none of that about you men. First of all, if you got a good woman, a lot of y'all do not appreciate her. You know, but I'm telling you from what I've seen and from my own experience as just taking the time out to be single after my relationship, I would not have been as successful as I am in my business, my new business ventures that I have, if I was in a relationship. Men are too fucking needy, then they competitive, and then they jealous. It's always, oh, well, you don't never make time for me, you don't this, you don't that. It's always complaining about what you don't do. I ain't got to listen to none of that. I can walk around the comforts of my own home, butt ass naked, and eat a bowl of cereal if that's what I want to do. I ain't got to worry about somebody coming in asking me, man, what you cook? You cook something? You know, man, you know, slapping me on my ass or whatever. You know, just whatever it is that women go through, what I've gone through being in my relationships. Listen, being married is something that I don't look forward to. It's not a desire of mine. It's not a need for me. But for those of you that want to do it, make sure you marry the right person. Because marrying the wrong man will set you back mentally, financially, and spiritually. And then for the, you know, the men in the back that's going to get on here and talk about, well, that's why you lonely, you this. Nothing that you can say to me on this here internet is going to hurt my feelings. Because 9 times out of 10, it's coming from a bum, broke ass man. A bunch of bums. Because the only men that reply and make comments under women posts are men who ain't got shit to do. The men who actually making money, who happy in their marriage and they keep their woman satisfied, they ain't on this app responding and replying and making comments. It's only the bum ass men that ain't got shit else to do. You clocking out because you done with work. You don't even want to pick up no extra hours because you want to do the bare minimum. It's only y'all that's on these apps under women, you know, videos and making comments. One thing I don't do, I don't comment on other people's stuff. Because, you know, we all got opinion and we all live a certain type of reality of life. It's just that in my reality and what I've seen, there are more miserably married women than there are happy. Now, like I said, if you're a happily married woman, congratulations to you. But the majority of the women that I know personally that are married are unhappy. They miserable. For whatever reason, you know, a lot of them are dealing with very narcissistic men. Men who will rather compete with their woman than collaborate. All they do is complain. Y'all the new women. I promise you, all that nagging and complaining and that needy shit, a lot of y'all don't even know. A lot of y'all wouldn't even function in life properly if you didn't have your woman to help you. That's why, and case in point, two married couples, been married for years, right? Say the wife dies. So, no, just say the husband died and she becomes a widow. 9 times out of 10, that woman is going to remain, she's not going to remarry because she don't, listen, she said her husband gone, but she also relieved and she ain't trying to do it again. Majority of the men who lose their wife, majority of the men who become widowers when their wife die, honey, check and trust and believe that rebound relationship, that rebound woman gonna be at the repast fixing her a plate of fried chicken and potato salad. Because men can't stand to be alone. Y'all don't get it. Y'all need women more than women need y'all. That's just what it is. Majority of the men that I know, they can't stay single. They got to always have somebody because they don't know how to function without a woman. Women, we be doing